Sweating like a loony or freezing cold. That isn't quite how my CEO described the heating system on his Porsche 911 or 911, an air-cooled one. He said, "Yeah, you're either freezing or sweating like a loony," because they use air to cool the engine, and it just doesn't work as well as water, and that's why they're loud. There's no water jacket to deaden the sound of combustion, but the petrol doesn't explode. No, it burns rapidly, obviously, because obviously Mr. Flipping Good lecturer and Mr. Flipping knew everything about engines you couldn't imagine told us that. But yeah, I mean, he had to take over from Mr. Little lecturer, who liked the sound of his own voice so much that he got behind with the lectures. So one of the genius lecturers, had to take over from him. Well, just do some of his lectures to keep up with the Carson Town. But yes, most of the lecturers were absolute geniuses and possibly mentally ill from being too clever. Obviously, I'm mentally ill from banging my head against the wall too much, or yeah, I don't know why they used to call me Dolly in a nightclub anywhere, other than the fact that well, they said to me, I was saying to him to him that my uncle was a Glaswegian um, shipyard worker. He was a riveter, and he said, did he have a big dent in his forehead, and what did everybody call him Dolly? Dolly's the tool used to form the head, the rivet head, when they're riveting ships together and other things like that. But no, actually, he was a boilermaker, which is apparently quite skilled. And his great grandson, my granddad, was a county audit clerk. But I haven't done anywhere near as well as the rest of the family. I'm the dunce, but I'm the one who was badly bullied until my hair fell out when I was 10. But I'm the only one who's done that. I'm the only one who hit the head so hard in a cycling accident without a helmet on and survived, because I'm the only one who's done that. And people have said to me, "I'm so lucky to be alive, be able to walk, talk." Well, I couldn't at one point. I couldn't even open my mouth, and have my head on my shoulders and my arms and legs still attached. Well, some say the way I behave, you wouldn't think they were, but um, yeah, I mean, I was described as having a muscle between my ears once when I stacked sacks, because it tends to make your brain dead jobs like that. And one of my CPNs actually said, "Yeah, you used to stack books in a printing works," and he said, "Yeah, you just go brain dead doing jobs like that because you're using your muscles all the time and not your brain." Which was the reason I wanted to be a mechanic, but they wouldn't let me be one. Yeah, because you're not just using your muscles, you're using your brain. But they said, "Oh, you could do a lot better than that," and they possibly knew. I don't know. Possibly knew that I'm a distant relative of George Stephenson. I don't know. So obviously I should have done better, but well, I was originally artistic, and then I became an engineer, and I've had 21 jobs, I think it is now, since I was 13. So, as far as I'm concerned, I can't do much more. And the last job, I thought I'd upset 300 terrorists, and I've kind of never seen the world the same since. They said, "Oh, you should be a racing driver or a rock star," and I now see them as silly little boys or girls or whatever. And I just lost interest. I became completely numb. And the factory, yeah, we were getting gas burned, showered in massive blobs of white hot metal and stuff. And it kind of turns you into a zombie, and you never come back from that, really. And a lot of the men who worked there, my dad used to walk around town saying, "I haven't seen so and so for ages, I haven't seen so and so for ages." And we kind of had to tell him, "Yeah, Dad, you're nearly 90." And most of them had died, and a lot of them died from respiratory problems from breathing in the whatever gas it was that was coming off the burning paint. I mean, you're not supposed to weld over paint, but they didn't seem to realise. I think it was chlorine, which turns into hydrochloric acid, a bench acid on contact with moisture, like in your eyes, in your nose, in your mouth, and in your lungs. But yeah, I mean, it can't be that bad, because obviously the milk powder I was breathing in the dairy, it was all over in the air. It was either so acidic or alkalinic. When it settled on that chemically hardened concrete floor and got damp, it burnt holes into it. But yeah, it kind of toughens your lungs up, that, doesn't it? As my advisor Homer would say, "Don't." Well, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. I tried to say that to the consultant hillbilly, and he said, "Absolutely not. You will never recover from this illness," because I didn't have it anyway. So it took 31 years of injections to the point where I just won't even go to the surgery because it hurts so much now, because I have so many layers of scar tissue. They kept saying after a few years, "Oh, we've hit a nerve," and I thought I didn't say anything. I just flinched, and eventually I realised it was a scar tissue. It was a piece of scar tissue that hit.